Cleanup week kicks off today in Fargo, and it can be tricky to know what you can dump, what you should donate, but we can help you out right now. We have Marin and Anthony here with Hero Fargo to tell us a little bit about their important mission, their environmental mission as well. So welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in today. Let's just start with the background, though, of what Hero is, in case people are not familiar with your organization.
Sure. So here at Hero, we take donated usable healthcare supplies and equipment and then make them available to people who might not otherwise have access to them. So that can be people right here in our community and also around the world. So we partner with mission groups all over the world as well. So it's kind of a threefold mission to help people locally, help people around the world, and then really to save the environment. So like you said, you know, recycling items that would otherwise go into the landfill and go out on the curb, and to really make use of them and help somebody else out that might need them.
Well, obviously, Hero is a great organization. Totally makes sense that you would recycle and reuse. On the other hand, I would imagine there are people who have, you know, grandma or grandpa maybe don't use their wheelchair or walker or certain things, and it probably does get thrown out. Do you hear stories like that where, oh, I didn't realize it could be reused?
Well, it's incredible. In fact, if there is anything out there that you guys have that you don't need anymore, call us and ask. You know, herofargo.com. And I think that's kind of the big win. That's kind of why we're here. You know.
Have you ever heard of this type of equipment being out on the curb during cleanup week?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if you drive around, you'll see a shower bench or a walker or that kind of thing. And so, yeah, like you said, just ask, bring it in. We make sure that we clean everything so that you know that it's in good condition and when you're taking it back out. And so it's a great way to make it useful and rather than going to waste.
You just mentioned a shower bench. And the only things that come to mind right away for most people would be, I mentioned, a walker and a wheelchair, but there's so much more. Can you maybe name some of the other things people might not even realize are important tools?
Shower bench, walkers, like we mentioned, canes, crutches. I would say never buy a pair of crutches new, because those we very much have available. We also have lift chairs, so lift recliners.
Oh, yes.
Those are very popular. Electric scooters or wheelchairs. Basically anything that helps with people's independence, and whether it's short-term after a surgery or long-term to be able to stay in their home, really falls in that gamut. We also have supplies, which might not be as popular on cleanup week, but incontinence supplies, wound care supplies, your basic first aid. My son's going to make his Scouts first aid kit at Hero this afternoon, and we'll get some of the basic first aid supplies as well. So,
oh, that is great.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, so what kind of message would you like to tell people to, you know, especially for, you said a short time, a long time, I said, you know, grandma or grandpa, but this could be all ages as well. And for a long time or short time, these tools, these pieces of equipment are very important to people.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's I would say, if you know, I just have to, you know, come back, you know, especially with cleanup week, you know, the things that you may not know if it's useful. Put yourself in the position of someone who might be underserved or who needs, you know, medical assistance in some capacity. What would you want? You know, it might be some people's a blanket or a pillow, something in between. Just at the very least, it's going to start a conversation with us, and then we can actually start educating one at a time. You know, and I think that's where it starts.
So important, very timely, especially this week. Now, you mentioned calling. Is there anywhere else people can go? Do you have a website that people could kind of take a look through as well?
Yep, www.herofargo.org. And then also this Friday, we have our big annual Bash fundraiser coming up, and it's a great opportunity as well to get to know more about what we do. We've got a couple of client stories and some ways to tie all those things together. And then, of course, as our biggest fundraiser, we really rely on that to be able to fund our mission going forward. And so our sponsors have made that happen. It's just been a great partnership. So,
okay,
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck with the Bash. And hopefully people don't throw out their equipment that could be reused as well by Hero.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Stay with us. Coming up here on North Dakota Today, we're finding the perfect summer shades for the season.